LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
And with that, we're ready for basketball here on the K-Zone Game of the Week and streaming live on RFM. Great to have you along with us. We also welcome our partners at Leominster TV. Say good evening to those of you joining us in delay on Leominster TV tonight. Great to have everyone with us wherever you are participating in this action tonight. Let's get Leominster's starting five. They were just announced just prior to the start of the game. It's brought to you by Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. The team at Colonial Hudson is here to make your new or used car purchase or lease stress-free. Online, Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep.com. Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram brings you Leominster's starting lineup, and it looks like this. Kevin Viola gets the start running the point. He'll be joined by Alex Moisen and Justin Dada at the guard spots. Michael Halstead will play a guard spot tonight for Leominster as well. And the difference maker in the last meeting between these two schools, it was all about his physical presence. Ricky Encarnacion gets the start tonight for Leominster in the low post. Leominster wearing the royal blue tops, royal blue bottoms, trimmed in white and black. Leominster arched across the chest over the numerals. Alex Moisen will jump for the tip against Donovan De Leon. It's won by Moisen into the hands of Viola, and Leominster will go right to left here in the first half of action. Leominster possession, half court to the left. Red Raiders in that man-to-man defense. Here's Halstead, gets an open look at three. Front rim, no. Scrambling for the rebound is Ayala. He will run it down and steady the basketball for the Red Raiders. Kutka at the half circle. Red Raiders half court to the right with 18 to shoot. They'll play catch. Kutka gets it back, then sends it back to De Leon. A straightaway three, back rim, no. Tap for the rebound, comes loose to Ayala. Jumper in the lane, that one doesn't go. Loose ball, Donovan De Leon comes up with it, tries another lay-in. Three opportunities on the possession, all lead to the same thing. Misses for the Red Raiders. It's 0-0 a minute into this one.
Kevin Viola says that's enough of that. That's out a defensive rebound, turns it around the other way.
Encarnacion now half court to the left. He underhanded it, gets it back from Viola. He lost possession of the basketball on the takeoff. To the floor goes the ball, and Moisen is laying on the end line in possession of it. Ball back to Fitchburg.
Nice job trying to work it inside along the weak side baseline. Just couldn't quite convert. Got tangled up there.
Kutka with the ball at the half circle, half court to the right. Catch and replace with Jeffries. Jeffries for De Leon, left to the arc. Gets it back to Jeffries, now going to try the right side. Bounce it into the lane, looking for Caputi. Got tipped away by Halstead. Up court, Viola to Dada. Lays it in and good. Minute and a half into this one. Leominster grabs a 2-0 lead.
Nice job by Dada avoiding the contact. Just take a little hesitation, let the defense blow by. Smooth.
Back down floor, Red Raiders with the basketball, and Viola picks that one. Viola to the basket, ahead of two Red Raiders, will lay it in and good. Leominster on a 4-0 run.
At the end there, and nice to see the Blue Devils making their layups early in the game, Todd and Kate.
Indeed they are.
Playing a little 3-2 zone here.
And Leominster's been pushing that zone defense, Bill Thomas, trying to really stretch the edges, try to keep the Red Raiders on the outside. De Leon penetrates to the basket, down the lane, double clutch, up fake, and that one gets fouled in the process of the shot. De Leon's going to go to the line to shoot two.
You know, talk a little bit about the defense. Leominster's trying to double anytime the ball gets passed out to the wing, bringing that high center guy over and looking to double on either side of the arc.
Moisen picks up his team first for the Blue Devils in the first half.
De Leon's first from the line will fall and get the Red Raiders on the board at the 5:54 mark of the first quarter. De Leon with a very deliberate, deep breath, takes his time, getting cheered on by his student section behind him, and he will roll the second one down as well and half Leominster's lead to 4-2. Viola with the basketball. Brings it back up floor from right to left. He'll drop it off to Dada, half court left. Dada, long distance three from straight away, missed everything, and a long rebound bounces back to the foul line into the hands of Kutka.
Some errant shots here from Leominster here in the early going.
As Ayala spins down the right baseline and walks with it, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
Nice low post defense by Leominster there, forced him to change his direction, took that extra step trying to spin to the hoop.
The enthusiasm on all sides tonight. Viola looks up floor, Moisen, left corner three, buries it. Leominster's run is 7-2 to open the game. 5:15 left here in quarter one.
Big guy not afraid to pop from the outside, good to see.
Fitchburg almost 3 full minutes in, no points from the field. Both of their points coming from De Leon free throws.
Red Raiders with the catch and replace top of the key. Try to go cross-court skip. Caputi cut it off at the right elbow. He works his way down the lane. He got held on the floor. And so the Red Raiders will possess. They'll get a fresh 30 under their offensive basket at the 4:57 mark of quarter one.
Hallstead gets billed for that, team second for Leominster, Hallstead's first.
Kutka's gonna pull the trigger on a box stack, half court right. He'll set up a Jeffries three, front rim no, tap for the rebound. Kutka comes down with it, but he's caught between 4 Blue Devils. Tries to go up with it, ends up handing it off to Jeffries, who feeds Caputi. Whistle goes off, no basket, 3 in the key is the call, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
A little bit of standing around. I think anticipating a shot, trying to get position for that offensive rebound, ended up being a pass. Got caught in the lane a little too long. Whoa, Kevin almost ended up on his seat.
I would say Viola was struggling there a little bit. Dada feeds Moisen, the hot hand,
Somebody's
drills
feeling
another
it.
3.
The 3 for Moisen, a couple of threes and a lay-in earlier.
Nope, just 2 threes.
Okay.
Not that I can do it, not just 2 threes.
10-2, Leominster's lead, 4:18 to play here in quarter one. De Leon, cross court, back to Kutka. Half court to the right. Kutka's got an open look at 3 from straight away, and he hits.
You were wondering if he was going to be a difference maker as an underclassman being brought up from junior varsity. I think you have your answer here in the early going.
From the volleyball restraining line, Viola will take it down floor, get caught in the air. He tried to pass out to nobody in particular. Turnover and the ball back to Fitchburg.
You know, interestingly enough, Kate, during pregame, Kutka got the loudest cheers when he got announced. He was announced last. He got the loudest cheers from the student
When
section.
you've got swagger, you've got the swagger. People can see it.
Red Raiders wearing the home white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in black, brick red, and gray. Red Raiders frame the chest numerals. Here's the drive to the lane from Ayala. Never made it to the rim, and it comes down in the hands of Moisen.
Blue Devils packing that zone in.
They set up Moisen down the floor for a 3 again, and he buries 3 straight 3-pointers for Alex Moisen, and Leominster's out to a 13-5 lead.
Last game, Moisen only had 4 points in the entire game. He's got 9 already here in the first quarter.
How about the jubilation on the face of Viola, setting up Moisen for another 3 and watching his good friend deliver.
Well, you know he likes orchestrating as much as scoring. He's the general out there.
Inside, Caputi gets the feed over the top of Moisen. Banks that one in off the window. Stops the run for the moment. 13-7 is Leominster's lead under the 3-minute mark here in the first. Back down floor, Dada finds Moisen in the lane. A turnaround shot missed everything, and it's a 1-shot possession for Leominster.
Rebounds for Leominster, 1 thus far.
Not a good sign in the long run, but it's not been a problem on the board. Kutka, a 3 from the left side, and he delivers. And right back into the basketball game come the Red Raiders. Leominster's lead is down to 1 possession at 13-10.
Defense got to jump out on him. He's got 2 from out there, well beyond the arc. You can't let him hang out there.
Dada, baseline drive, and lays it off the window and good, plus a foul.
Nice aggressive baseline move there by Justin. Pays off for him.
That'll end up being the first foul against the Red Raiders here. That one's going to be billed against Jeffries, his first, team first, sending Dada to the line.
2:17 to play here in quarter number 1. 15-10 is Leominster's lead at the moment, and Dada goes to the line to complete a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
In their last matchup, Dada was 6 of 6 from the line.
And Dada is able to complete it, finishing with the free throw and makes Leominster's lead 6 at 16-10. Kutka comes to the near side.
Yeah, Dada's got to jump out on him when Kutka's got out there.
He's playing catch, Bill Thomas, with Omar Rodriguez, the guy you're looking for. He goes cross court for De Leon, juggles the basketball, now able to settle it down, just 10 to shoot. Kutka, long way away, feeds the left corner for De Leon. Back to Kutka, steps into another three-pointer. Back rim, no. Caputi crashes for the rebound, and Terrence McCormick picks up the loose ball for Leominster. Right through the hands of Moisen for Encarnacion. The strong take to the basket. He missed, and Rodriguez has got himself a rebound.
Couple of missed bunnies here in the early going for Leominster.
Kutka sets up a Rodriguez three, and he delivers. Final 90 seconds here of quarter number one, and some nifty defense on one end of the floor becomes a payoff on the other end as Rodriguez delivers a three for Fitchburg. Back down floor, Dada looks to respond. Three away, will not go. Back rim and out of play, and the ball back to Fitchburg.
One and done though, Kate. You commented rebounding, especially on the offensive end, nothing there. Showing up its rearing its ugly head again right there.
2 rebounds in total for Leominster right now. Fitchburg, 6 rebounds, 3 of them offensive boards.
Red Raiders can knot the game on this possession as we come to the 1 minute mark here of quarter number one. Rodriguez in the right corner. Cross court finds De Leon. Open for a three. Back rim, no. Rebound brought down on the inside. Back up goes the basketball. And that was Ethan Gordon who brought down the rebound. The spin in the lane from De Leon on the follow-up shot will not go. It's a walk and the ball will go back to Leominster.
Good defense by the Blue Devils right there. Moisen was all over that.
Leominster persevering through yet another multiple shot possession by the Red Raider offense. That was 3 shots on that offensive possession as well.
With Viola on the bench, Dada now running the point for Leominster. Warren Asias a first touch into the basketball game. Through McCormick to Encarnacion. 8 to shoot. McCormick throws it up. Got the front rim, no. Battle for the rebound. Kept alive by Rodriguez. They say no. He stepped across the end line and Leominster will keep. Shot clock off. 22 2/10 left here in the first quarter. Leominster with a likely opportunity here for a final shot here in quarter one. They go to Dada up top, a 16-13 Leominster lead. Leominster basketball half court to the left. Dada goes left of the arc, finds Encarnacion and gets it right back. Then Dada now decides to try the right side, sets up a Moisen three, banks it home again!
That's number 4.
19-13 Leominster's lead on the back of a massive performance. 12 points for Moisen in quarter number one, and that's the way quarter number one will come to a close. Through one here from the Doug Crutchfield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg, here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. 19-13, Leominster with the first quarter lead. What was that about depressed scoring numbers? Was anybody listening to that pregame
tonight.
show? My, oh my, oh my. 9-7 Fitchburg through one quarter the first time these two teams met. 19-13 Leominster through one quarter in the rematch.
It was 16-16 at the half the first time these two teams met.
It was, Bill Thomas, 16 all at
pair
the half.
9-7 quarters, and you know they've almost single-handedly outdone themselves here. And Moisen's almost single-handedly outscored the Red Raiders by himself.
Yeah, just by 1.
An impressive basketball game thus far. Through one quarter, Kate, Great Road Farm and Garden brings us a look at your stats. Get your gardening needs met locally at Great Road Farm and Garden and on Great Road in Littleton. Get your gardening needs met locally at Great Road Farm and Garden on Great Road in Littleton. Kate, Great Road Farm and Garden for your stats.
One of the interesting things that I'm seeing on both sides of the ball that we did not see in the first matchup between these two teams, perimeter shooting not at a premium tonight.
No.
Both teams,
12 points.
Yeah, both teams able to shoot at will from behind the three-point arc. Right now, Kutka for the Red Raiders with 2 threes. Rodriguez off the bench has a 3 for Fitchburg as well. And then, as you said, the punctuation mark on that first quarter for Leominster Blue Devils was Moisen's 4 threes. 12 points in that first quarter for Moisen. I think the adjustment for the Red Raiders here going into the second quarter, figure out a way to stop 5.
I was going to say, know where 5 is on the floor is certainly going to be important as we start quarter number 2. Red Raiders with the basketball, half court to the right.
Todd, the interesting thing, though, if you put too much emphasis on Moisen, does that then free up Dada?
And that is the question. Dada has been unquestionably quiet through one quarter.
He's usually double teamed, that's
Inside, Gordon's turnaround shot. He goes strong to the rim and draws the foul. Gordon will go to the line to shoot 2.
It'll end up being team third for Leominster in the first half.
19 seconds into the second quarter. Leominster's 19-13 first quarter lead still stands.
Still waiting to see who that's going to be billed against. We have the official taking his time with the table. That one is going to be Moisen's second, so notable there.
And the first free throw will go down for Ethan Gordon. Seemed like there was a little confusion at the official table. They've now straightened out whatever was going on, but there's still a question. See the official book having a conversation with the clock operator.
Yep, I'm watching it. Nothing's changed yet.
Yeah, they have not changed anything up on the board. Second one will go down for Gordon. He goes 2 of 2 on the trip, makes it a 4-point basketball game. Red Raiders still chasing 4. Encarnacion re-enters the basketball game for Moisen, who will get his first spell.
If I'm Moisen, I'm saying, don't take me out.
I was going to say,
I've got the hot hand.
On the streak, you're like not to come out of the game. Leominster with the basketball, half court to the left. Dada over his head from the left side of the arc. Goes to the corner, finds McCormick, who has the ball taken away. And then somebody was standing on the line. Yadiel Rivera was about to turn the break in the other direction. Out of play went the basketball, but they say it was off of Leominster. So it is indeed Fitchburg basketball.
Student body down there. Can't really see what happened, but I think while they were fighting on it, Leominster play was on the out-of-bounds line. Easy call for the official.
Good call, Bill Thomas.
Inside turnaround, Gordon got between 3 Blue Devils and missed just off the front rim. Dylan Carr into the game and down with the rebound. Viola swings to an open McCormick on the right side of the arc. His 3 is wide of the mark. De Leon down with it, got stripped. Loose ball, Dada picks it up, missed the bunny. Dylan Carr will crash, get the rebound, keep it alive for Leominster with 26 to shoot. Will they rebalance the floor? They'll find Encarnacion looking a little disheveled here. Now to Dada, who will steady. Cross court, Carr, touch pass. He threw it wide of McCormick and out of play, and the ball will go back to Fitchburg. That's an unforced error.
Leominster out of sync right now, especially along that baseline.
6.5 to play here in the second quarter. Leominster's 19-15 lead is where we stand. Cross court. De Leon tapped on, but found its way into the hands of Rodriguez, who dribbles it back to safety. Red Raiders with the ball. Half court to the right and 12 to shoot. Rodriguez snaps it across, finds the hands of Medina into the basketball game.
Coach Crutchfield was diving out of the way of that pass.
I was going to say, tight sidelines here for a large building.
Say no thank you.
As Rivera drives the lane and Encarnacion says, this lane is closed. The ball will go back the other way in the hands of Leominster. Straight away, Viola will drop it off for Dada just under the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter.
Nice spin.
Yeah, Dada, spin move, then goes to the corner, McCormick. Now back to Dada. Cross court, wide open is Carr, still alive. Carr with 3 to shoot, and he gets called for a push, and Bill Thomas, that's a huge bailout.
And I tell you, just way overpassed it right there. Blue Devils just stuck on the perimeter, not running the baseline, and it showed up on the shot clock, a sense of urgency.
Yeah, he's going to say the official billed 0 for the foul, and now Fitchburg looks like they're taking the basketball out. There is no Blue Devil that wears 0, so there's some confusion on the floor. Leominster actually basically just tried to adopt to that foul. It was not called against them. It was called against Fitchburg.
Principal Dr. Steven Dubzinski calling the blue jerseys back.
Come on
to
back,
this
it's
side.
your ball.
Yep.
Viola gets the inbound. The 3 rattles out, foul on the rebounding action. Looks like Halstead's going to be called for the push.
Over the top.
Perhaps a preview of action to come. 5:36 to play here in the second quarter. We are locked at 19-15.
Halstead picks up his second, team 4th for Leominster in the first half. I think the assumption on that last play was that it was clearly going to be a travel had the contact not happened. And so the assumption was up. He took an extra step, got to go this way.
Back to the top of the key. This is Rivera with the ball for the Red Raiders, half court to the right. 13 to shoot. Rivera gets it back, and there's a 3-second violation called away from the ball. Ethan Gordon sets up a tent inside.
We've seen that called so many times, Bill Thomas, this season. It must have been a preseason point of emphasis on the boys' side, the boys' board. It has to have been, considering how much we've seen it this season.
I would agree 100%, Kate.
Not saying it's a poor call, not saying it's a misplaced call, just saying it's clearly been a point of emphasis.
It's always been a rule.
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
rears its head every now and again. Leominster with the giveaway as Encarnacion can't handle the pass at about knee height. Goes out of play and the ball back to Fitchburg at the 5-minute mark here in the second.
Turnover is becoming a bugaboo.
I was going to say turnovers plaguing and
Dada
steal.
jumps the lane and takes it down the floor and lays it in. A turnover turns into 2 the other way.
Doesn't miss that one. He had a turnover earlier that turned into a nothing possession.
See?
And Red Raiders with a giveaway again. I was going to say,
Finding the ball.
Find another chair.
Coach
He's
Crutchfield gets whacked with that pass.
Moving to the other end of the bench.
I'm going to go back to my chair, he says. Put an underclassman down there.
Leominster's lead is 6 at 21-15, 4:45 to play here in the second quarter. Dada and Viola play catch.
Well, I'm not loving these cross-court passes.
Yeah, and I'm not loving this perimeter game either, Kate.
They're not high yield.
dangerous.
Cius finds Viola through the lane. The delay scoop went up, missed everything, but the follow-on shot by Encarnacion draws the foul. Looks like Kutka's going to get billed for it, and Encarnacion's got 2 shots at the line.
Blue Devils finally corral an offensive rebound there, but I love Viola using the baseline.
4:28 to play here in the second quarter, and Ricky Encarnacion finds himself at the line for Leominster.
Todd, you are correct. That one was billed against Kutka, his first team third.
Encarnacion with a dead duck as it catches the back of the support and rolls off. Will not fall for Leominster, still 1 to shoot. Red Raiders look poised for the rebound, 4 in the block for them. Encarnacion's first did not go, second, however, did fall. 22-15 adds to Leominster's lead. And then Viola tries to immediately jump the passing lane at the half-court mark and tapped it out of play. Red Raiders will keep the basketball. Caputi will inbound for Kutka. Red Raider ball, half-court to the right as Fitchburg goes left to right here in the second quarter. Around the outside, Kutka plays catch with Medina. They bring Jeffries in. Now they go all the way back around to the right. And they find Rodriguez, who's 3, hits the front rim, doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, got tipped on by Medina, and Encarnacion ended up with it for Leominster. In transition comes the blue and white. Viola highlights it to Carr at the foul line. Turnaround shot won't go. Follow-on shot does not go for Encarnacion either, and it's a Medina rebound for Fitchburg. Back down floor, Kutka finds a slashing Caputi. Soft hands at the rim will lay it in and good.
Good look right there from the top of the key.
3.5 to play here in the second quarter. 22-17 Leominster lead. Viola sets up a Dada 3 from the left. That won't go. Carr gets an uncontested rebound. Cues up Viola, whose fade away from the right side doesn't go. And here come the Red Raiders. Back down floor in transition. Medina with an open 3, and he delivers and will force a timeout on the floor. Coach Kevin Crutchfield calls the timeout after a big 3-pointer in transition by Josh Medina and brings the Red Raiders within 2. 3:15 to play here in quarter number 2. Leominster's lead has evaporated to 22-20.
Well, their offensive production has also evaporated here in the second quarter as well. Only 1 shot from the field made. It was a 2 by Dada and only another point, and that was an Encarnacion free throw. Other than that, we've seen no offensive production from the Blue Devils. We've seen a lot of turnovers. We've seen Fitchburg rebounding the ball quite a bit. Continuing to have success are the Red Raiders with multiple shot possessions on the offensive end, and now they have contributions from 2 different bench players on the offensive stat sheet. So right now, Fitchburg doing a nice job diversifying their point scoring across a number of players, getting 6 points off the bench so far in the early going here, and they are going to keep Leominster honest wire to wire.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by ROI Office Furniture and Systems, Sterling Rare Coin, Tom's Automotive, High Country Workwear, and Tariku Tractor. We thank you all so very much for your tremendous support of the K-Zone Winter Game of the Week. Bill Thomas, very different basketball game than we saw 2 weeks ago.
Well, you know, the score on both teams came out on fire, but once again, you know, both teams struggle in this quarter. Leominster only a 3-point quarter, almost 5 minutes into it. You know, fortunate that they still have a lead here, you know, late in the first half, but they got to find a way to the basket here. And 3 points or single-digit quarters is not going to do it.
High above courtside here on the K-Zone Game of the Week and here on RFM with the great pool video brought to you by our partners at Fitchburg Access Television. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us. We also thank the great folks at Leominster TV here in DeLay. Bradley Bedard on site, bringing you the pictures tonight in Leominster on Comcast and Verizon. Great to have you all with us here tonight. A dandy of a basketball game thus far, and we're just getting started. 2:50 to play here in the second quarter. Viola with a quick giveaway. Caputi knocks it down. Kutka up floor to Medina, who lays it in and good. And we're knotted at 22 at the 2:40 mark of the second quarter.
Bill Thomas, Medina now with 5 second quarter points off the bench for Fitchburg.
And the Red Raiders have turned up the intensity, and they've said, what moistened 12 points?
He's been quiet.
They've done it off the defense.
Viola tries to find Asias slashing at the baseline right, through his hands and out of play. Another turnover, and the ball back to Fitchburg.
Bill Thomas, that's been a huge problem for Leominster, especially here in this second quarter. Every time they get into the offensive end, they turn the ball over, whether it be trying to work that perimeter with those cross-court passes or just getting back into transition, having difficulty. The turnovers starting to add up. 9 for Leominster.
The official gets into it with Coach James McCall as the official table allowed a substitution after the ball was already blown ready for play. So they will reverse the substitution. Medina stays on the floor. De Leon goes back to the official table. He'll have to wait for the next stoppage. As we continue, Red Raider basketball into the corner, three-pointer away for Jeffries, and down it goes, 25-22 Fitchburg. They've come all the way back and over the top with their first lead of the night at the 2:05 mark of the second quarter.
They're certainly got the mo right now.
Viola, cross-court to Chase Hawes into the game for the first time tonight. Dada to the right corner. Viola tries to bullet it across the floor. Kutka the steal, tries to hit Rodriguez, keeps it alive as he goes into the curtain. Then there's the giveaway. He scrambles back into play. It's Rodriguez, a pirouette down the lane. The lay-in, he can't quite get it to finish. Viola got himself a rebound. What a flurry of action. Dada, inside out for McCormick. A three doesn't go. Hawes, the putback, also does not go. Loose ball rebound. Hawes slaps it back on. Leominster basketball continues. Half court to the left, 23 to shoot. Cross court. This is Dada. Slows things down with 80 seconds before halftime. Finds Viola into the corner. It's Carr. Three will not go, and the rebound down for Caputi.
Chaos. Just chaos.
Indeed it is, Kate. Final 67 seconds before halftime. 25-22, Fitchburg with the lead. Kutka goes right back to Medina and Jeffries. They keep playing catch around the outside and working that left side of the arc. Now they come right, find Rodriguez. He says, let me take this one and let me bury another one.
Fitchburg doing everything right now, but you notice, Kate, the crisp passes around the perimeter led to that open shot. Doesn't let the defense recover.
28-22 Fitchburg, 38 seconds before halftime.
3 Red Raiders from the bench, all contributing to the offensive stat sheet right now. Jeffries with 3
Viola,
points.
3 from the left side, doesn't go. Carr the rebound, swatted out of play. Nico Caputi there to drive it out of play. Leominster will keep the basketball, shot clock off. 23 and 7/10 seconds left before halftime. A 28-22 Fitchburg lead.
This was a 6-point deficit for Fitchburg at the end of one. Right now they have a 6-point lead.
Kutka bats that one out of play. Kate, it's a great point, and it has been a dramatic and seemingly sneaky turnaround as the Red Raiders bomb their way back in the basketball game.
Leominster's offensive production has been absolutely nil. They have 1 basket from the field in the entire quarter.
Shot away from McCormick, does not go. Hawes the rebound, the putback goes all the way down and back out. That one will not count. Viola still with the ball. 9 seconds left before halftime. A Dada 3 doesn't go. A deflected ball on the rebound is out of play. It's Fitchburg basketball with 5 and 1/10 second before halftime.
If you told me Fitchburg was going to hold Leominster to 3 points in a quarter, I would have taken that bet any day.
After 12 points from one player. The giveaway on the inbound. Viola splits 2 defenders. The whistle goes off with 1 and 4/10 seconds left before halftime. It will be a foul call against the Red Raiders. It's billed to Omar Rodriguez. That's a tough call as Viola was out of control and plowed into 2 Red Raiders. Haas will inbound for Leominster. For McCormick, the turnaround three was bothered by Jeffries, and it's short of the mark.
That was a little bit more than bothered.
Halftime here at the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg. The shocker turned here at halftime. After a Leominster-dominated first quarter, the Red Raiders respond by dominating the second and leading by 6 at halftime. It's Fitchburg 28 and Leominster 22.
15-3 quarter will definitely turn things around, and my quick math tells me that's what we just saw, 3-point quarter by the Blue Devils.
That's correct.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Liberty Supply Inc. Liberty Supply Incorporated. Service the way it used to be. Halftime score here in Fitchburg. Fitchburg 28, Leominster 22. We're going to recap it all for you as we continue right here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. Don't you go anywhere. You stay right where you are. We've got a second half of basketball coming up as well. We'll also preview coming up the upcoming playoff tournament. We're going to look at those brackets here at the half as well. Again, our halftime score. Fitchburg 28, Leominster 22. A break and we're back with more. This is the Game of the Week on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
A rock and roll kind of Friday night here on the K-Zone, a 28-22 Fitchburg lead at the half over Leominster. On this rivalry night here, second meeting between these two arch rivals in boys basketball, and Fitchburg with a big second quarter comeback, a 28-22 lead at the half here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. And here high above courtside on RFM as well. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us here on a Friday night. The K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Marigal Medical, a physical medicine clinic in Leominster, providing care and treatment to patients of all ages. Online at marigalmedical.com. 28-22, Fitchburg on top of Leominster at the half. Once again, thank the great folks at Fitchburg Access Television for providing the pool footage tonight. Get that out 3 times fast. Great looks tonight all across the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse here in Fitchburg on RFM, and with us here on the K-Zone as well on our Game of the Week. 28-22, Fitchburg on top of Leominster at the half. Don't know if after the first quarter you necessarily would have saw that one coming, but that is the situation we find ourselves in at this point in time. Kate Robbins has got a look at the first half stats. They're brought to you by ClearPath for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance. ClearPath for Veterans supports families with connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part. Donate now at clearpathne.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. Kate, ClearPath for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance brings us your first half stats.
All right, let's take a look at the Blue Devils side of the ball first. As a team, 2 of 3 from the line, 14 rebounds, 2 steals, 13 turnovers for the Blue Devils. They have 4 people contributing to the offensive stat sheet thus far. Viola right now with 2 points. Moisen went out in a blistering fashion in the first quarter, scoring 12. We talked about the potential for a second quarter adjustment by Fitchburg's defense. We see that because Moisen, no points in the second
There was
quarter.
also Les Moisen on the floor as well.
With the fouls. He
Yes.
picked up a second foul as well. Dada right now with 7 points, and Ricky Encarnacion with 1 point from the free throw line. Right now, it's that 6-point deficit. How do you go from having a 6-point lead after 1 to being in a 6-point deficit? Well, let's start by saying, first of all, we have 7 different Red Raiders contributing to the offensive stat sheet. We'll talk about that in a minute. But team totals first. 4 of 4 from the line as a team are the Red Raiders. 12 rebounds, 2 steals, 12 turnovers. If we take a look at individual notable statistics, the first notable statistic we'll talk about is bench points. Right now, 13 of their 28 points coming from bench players or second teamers coming in to the
Points off
action,
the bench.
not from starters.
It's okay.
De Leon with 2 points. Medina with 5 points coming off the bench. Rodriguez with 6 points coming off the bench. Caputi with 4 points. Gordon with 2 points coming off the bench. Jeffries with 3 points, and Kutka, the underclassman, with 6 points as well. So that's how you change things up. Diversify your scoring through 7 different people, multiple points off the bench. You're out-rebounding your opponents, and right now you're outscoring them too. And you're outscoring in impressive fashion a team who has relied heavily on its defense in order to keep them in games, because scoring has been at a premium in Central Massachusetts all season.
And Bill Thomas, you mentioned a little bit the difference between obviously the way Leominster defended in the first game and then the overall, I think, feeling of the first game versus tonight. Tonight feels much more, in your words, chaotic, and that's what it seems like. The ball is moving around and cycling in a lot of directions, but in those unbalanced situations, it seems like Fitchburg is really benefiting for the open opportunities.
Well, Fitchburg's creating the chaos, plain and simple, on the defensive end, and they've gotten Leominster into this mold of just passing around the perimeter. But Kate, you picked up on this. These softball passes cross court are not going to get you any open shots. By the time the ball gets there, the defense is there to double. We're seeing the doubling every time, and a number of turnovers, hands-up defense by the Red Raiders. And Blue Devils got to find a way to eliminate those cross-court long passes. Just allows the defense to recover.
High risk.
Work the baseline and put the ball on the floor and try to pull the defense in. Fitchburg's just pulling the defense out further and further and daring the Blue Devils to pass out there and doubling the ball at any chance they can on the wing.
If you can make it, you can have it, has been the situation thus far. As we continue here at the half, a Fitchburg 28-22 lead over Leominster in the second meeting of the season. We promised them, let's take a look at these advanced brackets. If the tournament started today, that's the statewide tournament started today. These brackets are brought to you by the One Stop Shop. For all your comic book and video game needs, there's only one stop. It's the One Stop Shop. If the tournament started today, this is according to Jim Clark, of course, of Boston fame, also the guy who created some of this Massachusetts kind of mathematics that leads us to this point. Leominster would receive a 7 seed. They would be on a 7 line. They would play the 26 seed in a 32-team bracket after an opening round play-in game between Bedford and Melrose. So Bedford and Melrose would have a play-in game. The winner of that game would be the 26 seed, and Leominster would host in the 7-26 game the winner of Bedford and Melrose if the tournament started today.
I'm confused already.
I was going to say, that's the boys' side of things. You want confusion, Bill Thomas. We're talking last night about the girls' side of things, and we said, Leominster right now, mathematically, no chance, right? You were pointing it out. So far down the math goes in this tournament of 32. Right now, if the tournament started today, Leominster would be in a play-in game for the 32nd seed against Dartmouth High School. It would be Leominster and Dartmouth High School. The winner would be the 32nd seed. They'd play number 1 Norwood in the opening round of the tournament.
Who'd be the home team in the play-in?
It's a
great question.
Flip a coin.
I'm wondering what they're going to do from the 32s on down that have a 500 or better record. That's something that they don't seem to want to talk about, how they're going to fit those additional playoff teams in. And we're getting ready for the second half here.
Already there, Bill Thomas.
We could spend another half hour talking about this, but let's get back to game time action.
I was going to say, and we are back, third quarter underway. Leominster with the basketball. They will go from left to right here in the second half. We're on the road, Royal Blue tops, Royal Blue bottoms, capped in white. Alex Moisten with possession. He goes across the foul line and loses his balance. They say he got pushed, and it's a foul whistled against the Red Raiders 11 seconds into the third quarter. They've got the 28-22 halftime lead, but Leominster with the ball to start this third quarter.
Jeffries picks up his second team first for the Red Raiders in the second half.
Moisten will pull the trigger for Viola. Snap it around for Halstead. Halstead drives left side wing. Kick it back, top of the key. This is Viola. Come to the near side, Dada. Dada drives into the right side wing. He'll kick it back for Viola, 18 to shoot. Scramble, Halstead, an open 3 from the left side. Front rim, no. Dada steps around everyone with the rebound and lay in for 2.
Nice job right there. You can't stand around the perimeter. You got to make something happen. Dada crashes in from the weak side.
Leominster with the opening basket of the second half. Leominster now within 4. Drive the lane. It's Jeffries down floor and a foul whistled away from the ball.
I think we got to shoot.
Now Halstead, Kate, looks like got billed for the
yeah.
foul.
I thought he was
does.
going to give him the drive.
Picks up his third. It's team first for the Blue Devils.
This is going to be a
second
shooting
half.
foul.
They did. They
Yeah, I
give it
thought
to
they
Kutka
gave-
on the drive.
I thought they gave it to him on the drive initially, Todd.
So 7:20 to play here in the third quarter. Kutka, an opportunity for the first Red Raider points from the line. First one will not go for Victor Kutka.
First missed free throw for the Red Raiders of the night. They had been 4 of 4 up until that point, now 4 of 5.
If you weren't with us off the top of the broadcast, you were missed. But Victor Kutka, a junior varsity player at the start of the season, been playing with the varsity team here under Coach James McCall for the last month, and he said he's been crucial to this team's improved performance. As Leominster comes down the floor and Halstead buries a three to bring Leominster back within one. It's 28-27, 1 minute into this third quarter.
Halstead's first contribution to the offensive stat sheet with that bucket.
Back at the top of the key, this is De Leon. Bounces the entry for Caputi. Caputi to the lane, he double clutched, got the front rim. Kutka almost with the rebound, but the loose ball's grabbed by Dada. Hill outlet for Viola, up floor through Halstead to Encarnacion. Back to Dada, top of the key, with some room, down the lane. He draws the body contact and threw it wildly at the rim, and it almost fell for Dada, but it does not ultimately. He'll take the foul and 2 shots at the line.
And I think what's easy to figure out what the Blue Devils coaches talked about in the locker room at halftime, Todd and Kate. Put the ball on the floor when the defense comes at you and dribble around them. We've seen that on every possession so far. Don't pass the ball. Don't give up that opportunity to put the ball on the floor and dribble around the defense and head to the basket. Draw more defense, then look to the weak side. I think that's going to be the key to success.
Dada goes 2 for 2, and we go from 28 all to 29-28. Leominster reclaims the lead a minute and a half into the third quarter.
Dada now 3 of 3 from the line, all by his onesie for the Blue Devils. He's got a team high 11 points.
Back up floor, it's Kutka with
what
a
a
little
give and
dribble
go.
entry. Nice find, and the lay-in for Zion Ayala. Finish at the
looked good.
basket.
That looked good. Little pick and roll there.
Zayala becoming the 4th.
And back down floor, Leominster walks with it, and the ball back to Fitchburg. 30-29, Fitchburg reclaimed the lead, and now a 2-for-1 opportunity. And the Red Raider student section egging on the 10-2 Blue Devils, calling them overrated. Back to the top of the key, this is Kutka. Under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. De Leon, little crossover, working on Encarnacion. Whistles and a foul kills the play. They say the foul is on the floor.
Ricky bodying him up, trying to keep him out of the lane. Gets billed for that, I believe.
Indeed he did.
His first team second.
Always good when the physical presence out on the floor for you only has 1 foul as you're into the second half. 5:45 to play here in the third. Kutka gets the send up this time from Ayala. He'll drive to the paint, kick it out for Jeffries. 3 short on the front rim. Kutka the rebound, dribbles into space. Jumper doesn't go from the lane, and the rebound down this time, Halstead to Viola. Halstead finds Moisen coming across the foul line. Into the right corner. Now kick it to Viola, who will settle the action with 18 to shoot. Halstead right back to Viola, right side of the arc, and then right back to Halstead on the left side. They continue to play catch. Viola gets a look at a 3. Jeffries tries to knock it down. He can't do it, and Viola delivers another 3.
Blue Devils showing some confidence now on the offensive end.
32-30, 5:02 to play here in the third.
Bill Thomas, we talked about it, only 1 basket from the field in the second quarter for the Blue Devils, already with 3 buckets in the quarter.
The swing into the hands in the drive. This is Caputi, who draws the body contact and hits the floor hard. It should be a shooting foul and 2 shots for Caputi at the line.
That ends up being Viola's first team third for the Blue Devils in the second half.
32-30, Leominster's lead, 4:49 to play here in the third quarter.
Caputi's first time at the line. He does have 4 points for the Red Raiders on the night.
And cannot yet get 5. He'll miss the first.
One of the hallmarks of this Red Raider team has been just their pure athleticism. And that's one of the things when you wonder why Leominster at 10-2 might be having a little difficulty with a team like Fitchburg. Their pure athleticism is something that absolutely is a phenomenal equalizer for them.
Caputi's second will go down, draw the Red Raiders within 1, and Leominster immediately comes up floor from left to right, and Viola throws that one away. Out of play, and the ball back to Fitchburg.
I feel like they all went to outfield school in the last week.
I was going to say.
Everything is these long, they're getting ready for spring season.
Everybody's working the long toss right now.
Their outfield throws today.
They've been watching that viral video of the long toss across the pond.
I hope not.
The 3 from De Leon is no good. He followed his own shot, missed the second opportunity as well, and then scrambled back into play and fouled Viola in transition from left to right. So it'll be a foul against De Leon.
His first team third for the Red Raiders. And we haven't seen, I guess, the reason that we're making such a point of the type of passing that we're seeing from this Blue Devils team is it's been uncharacteristic of them. We haven't seen these, incredibly long passes. They've been much more crisp along the perimeter throughout the season, and so it's just notable that we've been seeing.
Carnacion inside out for a Halstead jumper in the left wing, doesn't go, and Caputi down with the rebound. Halfway through this third quarter, back down the floor. Ayala will lay it in and good. He wanted an and one, he didn't get it, but the Red Raiders reclaim the lead at 33-32.
Ayala now off the bench with 4 third quarter points for the Red Raiders.
This is Dada, dribbles it all the way into the right corner, half court right, finds Moisen on the entry pass, and Moisen stone cold still after opening with 12 first quarter points.
Got to heat back up.
Down to 3.5 minutes to play here in the third. Kutka with the basketball, 18 to shoot, half court to the left.
You notice man-to-man defense for Blue Devils change it up from what they were playing in the first half.
Trying to, of course, make them a little uncomfortable. As Ayala spins and drives, lost the handle, out of play, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
A little more in-your-face defense instead of letting the Red Raiders just pass around the perimeter and look for that open shooter.
Moisen spins through mid-court after getting the feed from Viola. Finds Encarnacion, then to Dada. Jump stop at the foul line. Back for Viola. Dribble in the give up and out of play. And
that's happened more than once tonight.
Yeah, Leominster seems a little unsteady or maybe unsure as to who's going to take the shot.
Potentially that. It's their court awareness usually is so fluid. Right now, it's as if they're not able to anticipate what their brethren out there are doing or where they're going to be. And so much of that chemistry is what they rely on with that crispness. Bill Thomas, you talk about Fitchburg's perimeter game tightening up here in the second half. They had six threes in the first half.
Caputi has that one taken away by Encarnacion. Leominster turns the tide. Left to right they come up floor. Dada in the right wing, pulls up for 2 and hits and reclaims the lead at 34-33. Leominster with the lead. Caputi back down floor, 3 away. That doesn't go. Tapped ball out of play. They say it was last touched by Darnell Thomas. The ball will go back to Leominster.
Good job by Dada there to get good rebounding position. Thomas lucky he didn't get billed for coming over the top.
Up floor. Moisen gets the feed from Viola. Turnaround. Hard brick off the glass. Contact away from the play, not called. The ball is out of play and back to Fitchburg. 2:21 to play here in the third. Leominster's lead is 34-33.
Interesting decision there by Moisen to take the pass, turn right around, didn't even really set, and took that mid-range jumper while he had friends around him that could have helped out.
Got a quick peek there as to why there's been a little bit of unsteadiness with some of these substitutions. The officials are putting the ball back into play very quickly as the entry pass from Ayala finds Caputi. The one bounce lane is good. Fitchburg back on top, 35-34.
Maybe they're just efficient with 3 of them out there.
Indeed they may be. 3 on the floor tonight, Kate, once again. And what else would you need to manage this rivalry?
I love when they give us 3.
Tap up floor. Caputi on the pick. Finds Rodriguez. Out for Ayala. Steadies the ball. 1:45 to play here in a fast-moving third quarter. 18 to shoot. The drive on the dribble entry. And Rodriguez finishes at the tin.
Rodriguez 8 points now. 8 bench points for Rodriguez.
90 seconds left here in the third quarter. Red Raider lead is 3 at 37-34.
Rodriguez showing some athleticism too, a little bit out of control, but maintained his composure, finished that drive.
Leominster has no points off the bench tonight.
Cias Gets it to Dada, who asks for the basketball with 10 to shoot. Cross court, Leominster unsure once again. Viola sets up a Moisen three from the left. He started back down floor, thought he had it. Dada the rebound in a triple team. He gets whacked, and Dada's got 2 coming from the line.
Bunch of trees hanging over him there, but jumped up into him, got the call.
Lots of limbs for sure there, Bill Thomas. And of course, K-Zone Game of the Week, another dandy here on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM, WPKZ. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, high above courtside tonight at the Grutch, the Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg. Great to have you along with us. And of course, if you're enjoying the action tonight, you come right back. More high school talk coming your way. This Sunday, it's the Scholastic Sports Zone here on the K-Zone, 11 to noon. Howie Kahn, Tommy Santasania, Dan Bolak take you through Sunday's Scholastic Sports Zone here each and every week inside the K-Zone. Dada's first doesn't go, neither does the second. Leominster stuck at 35. It's 37-35 as we go under a minute here in the third quarter. Fitchburg maintaining a 2-point lead. Dada with the pick from Yadiel Rivera right at the half circle. And Dada will take it into the front court. Sets up a Viola three. He felt it and he delivered it.
Good job right there, no hesitation. Had the open look.
And shoots Leominster back into the lead at 38-37. Red Raiders bring the ball from right to left into the half court left, and Coach James McCall will spend the timeout at 34 and 4/10 seconds here in the third quarter, and a 38-37 Leominster lead.
Todd, I want to make one correction. Dada on his trip to the line was 1 of 2, not 0 of 2.
Thank you, Kate.
He is 4 of 5 on the evening.
Appreciate that. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Walker Orthodontics, a pioneer in advanced airway orthodontics, online at drwalker.com, your first step to a better night's sleep. Game of the Week here on the K-Zone also brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire, Harvard Outdoor Power, Jarvis Ford, and Rhino Linings of Leominster. We thank all of you so very much, along with all of our great sponsors here on the K-Zone for your support of the Game of the Week here on the legendary AM 1280, and for the last decade, 105.3 FM. What a night here at the Doug Grutchfield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg. Hope you've been enjoying it wherever you are. Once again, thank the great folks at Fitchburg Access Television for delivering the great pool footage you've been enjoying over on RFM tonight, giving you a diverse series of looks all around this massive facility. The 2 curtains on either end of the floor are temporary, but it does do a nice job of making it a little bit more of an intimate setting in a much larger building.
Yeah, I tell you, I love this place. You're right, Todd. The curtains down does give it that intimate setting, but plenty of room for spectators.
Under 30 seconds to play here in the third. Red Raiders with the basketball, half court to the left. Caputi starts the entry. His mask snaps. He's able to keep going with the ball. Missed the shot. Moisen got the rebound. Shot clock off. 15 seconds left here in the third. Viola with the basketball, half court right for Leominster. Dada will flash and get the ball a long way from home. Final 7 seconds here. Gets a screen and roll from Moisen. Dada finds the lane and then got trapped on a jump stop. Travel and the ball will go back to Fitchburg.
I see Dada looking up at the clock. Be nice if they could convert the clock to the shot clock so the players could see it a little better as the time runs down. But yeah, trying to play for that last shot. Dada took that little step in the lane.
He wasn't convinced that he walked with it, but he could see his pattern skid. The inbound, Viola, the slip. There's a foul on the floor with 0.6 of a second left in the third as Leominster challenged the inbound. Yadiel Rivera struggled to handle it. Viola tried to grab it. There was a scramble for the ball, and the foul committed by Fitchburg.
He wants to shoot, but nobody's going to let him go to the line right there, even though he was in somewhat of a shooting motion. Have to see if we can't get a catch and shoot here from either Dada or Viola. 0.4 of a second is the time you need. Leominster's got 0.2 more. Moisen gets the inbound from Asias. The three away. It is long of the mark. But through 3 quarters here at the Grutch tonight, Leominster with the 38-37 lead. As if that matters to this point in time. This game has been back and forth. Seemingly we picked up right where we left off in overtime 2 weeks ago at the end of January, when it took overtime for Leominster to beat this Red Raider team by a 44-41 score. Over the course of almost 2 complete games, Todd, they're only 4 points apart in You know, I expect some number score changes here. Kate, want to keep track of score changes here going down the... No, I know you got way too much going on.
I don't think you and I are going to be friends if
But
you want me to do that.
what do we got there in that third quarter? Help the Blue Devils come roaring back.
Right now, that was Justin Dada contributing 6 points, 3 of them from the line, and then the 2 threes from Kevin Viola. That's what put Leominster over the top. Remember, in the second quarter, Leominster's essentially lone offense was a single free throw and a single shot from the field, or single basket from the field.
And things a little bit better after halftime. Can they keep that motivation going into the fourth? That's the big key. Leominster is looking to complete the regular season sweep against the arch rival. Meanwhile, for the Red Raiders, they are working for a series split here in 21-22 season.
And also fighting for the playoff life, Todd and Kate. You know, mired down in the low 40s, but trying to achieve that 500 mark, which is going to get them some type of playoff consideration, a play-in game. We still haven't got the particulars, but I'm waiting to see how they're going to work all that out. But I hope they satisfy all those 500 teams.
The fourth and final quarter of regulation has the ball inbounded. Red Raiders with the basketball. They go right to left here in quarter number 4. They are looking for one. It's 38-37 Leominster as we start the fourth. Medina gets it from Caputi. Dribble separation, jumper for 2. That one will go.
Medina now with 8 points.
They called that a 3 on the floor. It's 40-38 Fitchburg with the 2-point lead. Back down in transition, Red Raiders will commit the foul in the lane. I'd like to see that one again, Bill Thomas. It was in the corner. There were some bodies obscuring our position.
I give him a 3.
I gave him a 3.
I look pretty deep over there. Officials right on top of it, though. We'll have to go to the tape.
Indeed they were. 40-38, Fitchburg's lead. And this is Dada at the line hitting the first. Close Leominster within 1 at the 7:30 mark of this fourth quarter.
It's his 15th point on the night.
Second one will not go. Tap for the rebound is out of play. They say off of a Red Raider. It's Ayala. And Leominster will keep the basketball.
Off 2 Red Raiders, I think. Same team going for that rebound. Fortunate for the Blue Devils.
Moisten for the inbound. Finds Dada in between 3 Red Raiders, and that one will rattle home.
Nice look right there. Quick inbounds.
Back and forth we go at 41-40. Leominster back on top. 7:20 to play here in the fourth.
Bill Thomas, here's a stat for you. 17 points right now for Dada on the night. That equals the amount of points from Fitchburg's bench tonight.
Top of the lane, Ayala will bounce it to the foul line, find Caputi, who penetrates halfway down the paint, draws the contact by Encarnacion, and finishes the lay-in. 2 plus the foul coming up.
Fighting his way through the defense right there, somehow found his way up to the basket. High off the backboard. Got a chance for an N1.
Little NBA continuation type situation there. 7:05 to play in the fourth, 42-41 Fitchburg. Caputi to complete the 3-point play. He will roll that one in as well. 43-41 Fitchburg's lead, 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
We're already nearly equal to what the overtime final was in the last game.
Asias with a strong take. It gets ripped down by Caputi. Missed the shot. Asias has 2 coming from the line.
I love the offensive aggressiveness, though. Blue Devils taking the ball in the paint to the hoop and getting to the line.
Ayala picks up his second. That'll put Leominster in the bonus.
And Asias' first does not go home there. 6:55 to play here in the fourth. Leominster will shoot the rest of the way. The official watching the line converses with Asias.
Apparently don't move that foot.
Yeah, and Asias will reset it waist high. Second one doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Tipped basketball. Encarnacion keeps it alive on the baseline. He will find Viola, and Leominster will get another opportunity on this possession. 19 to shoot. Viola, long way from home. Cross court skip for Asias. Then to Dada. Dada dribbles back out to the half circle, drops it across court for Viola. Viola into the lane, at the block. He walked with it. He hit the jumper, but it was after the walk. No basket. Ball back to Fitchburg.
Caught dragging the feet there. slippery in the lane.
43-41, Fitchburg with the lead in the basketball, half court to the left. Caputi gets the setup from Kutka. That one won't go. Asias the rebound. Leominster looking to respond to that Red Raider one-shot possession. Dada gets the feed from Viola, drives the lane, absorbs the contact, missed everything, but Dada's got 2 from the line.
Once again, aggressiveness paying off.
Fouls also starting to pile up for Fitchburg. That one is going to be Caputi's second. Nobody necessarily in foul trouble. Only one Red Raider with 3 fouls, but as a team, that's 8 as Dada hits his first.
Continuation of that thought, Kate. Blue Devils only build with 4. They can play some aggressive defense, and they have 2 fouls to waste on the floor.
Dada 6 of 8, make it 7 of 9.
As he shoots Leominster from the foul line into a tie at 43-all, 2 minutes into this fourth quarter.
He's at 19 points.
Up court, Medina finds Ayala through the body contact, and Ayala will finish at the rim.
Nice patience right there. Let the defense clear out.
Red Raiders reclaim the lead. A Dada 3 immediately down floor. Moisten the follow and finish 45-all.
Nice putback right there. Johnny on the spot with that offensive rebound.
Timeout taken on the floor. 5:48 to play in regulation. We're at 45-all once again. My, oh my, oh my, oh my. Another treat here on the Game of the Week.
We expect anything less, Todd and Kate?
Nope.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Airport Auto Parts, a second generation of automotive recyclers. Provides the best customer experience online at airportautoparts.com. Great to have you with us from the Doug Crutchfield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg tonight, high above courtside as we look out over a massive crowd here tonight inside the Grutch. Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, DJ Derek Drown back at Master Control, pushing the buttons, making the magic happen tonight. Bradley Bedard here with us for Leominster TV as well. You're enjoying this one in delay on your Comcast and Verizon cable systems across Leominster tonight as well. And of course, for those of you joining us live on RFM, great to have you as well. Facebook.com/Media Rivalry, getting the beautiful looks, that pool footage provided to us by the great folks at Fitchburg Access Television. We thank those great folks, led of course by their executive director, Nate Glennie, and their expert technician and operations manager, the one and only Travis Falk, doing a great job tonight, making sure all of the particular systems and simulcasts all fit together. We thank Travis Falk for his great efforts tonight as well here inside the Grutch.
That would be him.
Indeed there was. And here we go. Fourth quarter action resumes.
Ooh.
There's a wet spot and a whistle as the Red Raiders' Kutka brings the ball from right to left over midcourt, awkwardly stopping the action at 45-all. 5:42 to play here in the fourth.
A little confusion.
Yeah, 6 seconds came off the shot clock.
Piece of ice was on the floor over there or something. I saw the official toss something back over to the sideline.
Ethan Gordon will check in for the Red Raiders at this kind of strange stoppage. Ayala will check out. Kutka will get the inbound from Caputi and come right to left over the timeline. He'll work his way left of the arc. Now Kutka with the clear out, takes the drive. Defense missed, but the shot did as well. Rebound down for Encarnacion and the outlet for Viola. 5:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Leominster with a chance to re-grab the lead as we sit tied at 45. This is Viola. Sees a baseline flash from Asias. It's picked by Gordon. Not going to be able to throw it through a defender in the paint.
Especially with the athleticism that these Red Raiders have.
Kutka gets a screen and roll from Gordon.
They've got ups.
Now Caputi sets up a Medina 3 from the right side. Catches the right side of the rim, won't go. Moisten the rebound then for Dada. Dada up floor. Viola says, give me that. Fires up the 3, gets fouled in the act of shooting, and Kevin Viola's going to the line to shoot 3.
Ill-timed foul right there. See who they bill that to.
Josh Medina overplayed the defense on the three-pointer in the left corner. So a 3 foul shot opportunity for Viola in a tie game at 45. Tied no more. First one goes down, 46-45 Leominster. Viola works the ball through his hands on the second, delivers that one as well. Leominster +2 at 47-45. Third of the three-point shot coming here. De Leon will sub in for Medina, the guilty party on the foul. And Viola missed the capper for number 3. 47-45 Leominster, 4:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Kutka with the basketball, half court to the left. Kutka gets a screen from Gordon, then swings through Caputi. Into the corner, De Leon. Stepped around Encarnacion. Pulled up for 2 in the right wing and missed. Rebound down for Viola. Moiset hands off with Asias, then replaces Viola on the right side. Kutka got a finger on it, but Viola was able to pick up the basketball. Now they try the left side. Asias to Dada from the tough angle, throws the shot up under the rim and draws the foul from Caputi, and Dada's going to the line to shoot 2. That shot had 0 opportunity of going in, but Dada with the strong take. If you go up strong, even in no man's land, you draw contact, you're getting shots.
Absolutely, Todd, and I love that weak side when they swing that around quick enough that the defense can't follow it. Then Dada attacks that baseline. The defense really has no other option but to foul him if you get beat to that spot.
Down goes the first one for Dada, and Leominster's lead is 3. And now 4 as he hits the second. 49-45 Leominster, 4:12 to play here in the fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor.
Interesting, well, not necessarily interesting, but something of note. Multiple coaches for Leominster talking to individual players coming off with their fingers both looking at their head. Make sure you're thinking. This is the time where when you have this close game, when you're getting into the waning minutes, you have to make smart decisions.
Well, and this is a great point, Kate and Bill Thomas. This brings about, again, the end of regulation from the first meeting. Leominster kind of disappeared in the waning 4 minutes and let the Red Raiders kind of trade baskets and ultimately hit the shot to force overtime in the final minute. Seemingly kind of disappeared on the defensive end of the floor. That's got to lead to some of this coaching at this point in the second meeting.
Well, I'm sure that, it's all about playing smart, and you're talking about coaches pointing to the head, pointing to the brain. It's easier said than done at this level because a lot of what you talk about goes right out the window and falls out of the ears as soon as they walk back on the court.
Enthusiasm.
And it's youthful enthusiasm. The coaches are going to coach, players are going to play, and we're seeing a great game on the floor, much like we expected. Wouldn't be at all surprised if this doesn't come down to the last possession, or even if we see a little bonus basketball
Bill Thomas,
tonight.
my heart can't handle
I was going to
that.
say, be still our beating heart. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Cinema World. Experience more of what you love at a place you love. Cinema World Fitchburg, the way the movies were meant to be seen on the silver screen at Cinema World. Red Raiders will inbound the basketball. Caputi for Kutka. Right to left they come into the half court left. With the left-hand dribble into the lane. It's De Leon. Lost position. Got tied up with Viola. Whistles go off, and it's a walk called, and the ball will go back in the direction of Leominster. Red Raiders have a good argument here. They get called for a walk, but Viola was coming over the back of Caputi to tie that one up. That's either a foul or a held ball in my position.
And there was really no possession. I don't know how you can walk when you don't have sole possession, but that's what he got billed for.
Cross court, Asias gets the setup from Viola. That one won't go. Down to the floor goes the rebound. Encarnacion back up with the lay-in and good.
Making his presence found. I don't know if he scored since the first quarter, but he's always a presence when he's on the court.
Just one free throw in the second quarter, Bill Thomas.
Nice to see him get that putback.
6-point Leominster lead at 51-45. De Leon to respond with a 3. Rattles out to the floor. Caputi the loose ball. Missed everything high off the glass. And Encarnacion the rebound.
Good job right there by Ricky on the defensive board.
3:15 to play in the fourth quarter. 51-45 Leominster's lead, and they've got the ball. Half court to the right. Taking their time, 15 to shoot on the possession. Viola, a deep 3. He was feeling it, but that one did not fall. Long rebound. Gordon tapped it back to Kutka. Red Raiders will bring the ball over the timeline. Kutka with the left-hand dribble. 2:50 to play in the fourth. Red Raiders still chasing 6. The left-hand dribble for De Leon. Back for Caputi. Caputi got pushed, lost the basketball off his own foot, and then there was a delay call, and that one becomes a walk.
Yeah, he didn't know what he wanted to do with it. Tried to pass it out to the wing and just got caught with nobody there. Held back on the pass, but took that forward step.
But the walk is called against Leominster on the loose ball.
Yeah, on that rebound.
Yeah.
Interesting flurry of action.
Looked like Acis
And on the inbound, Caputi slips and falls right in front of the Leominster student section.
We've been seeing more and more of that.
There's a lot of slipping tonight, you're right.
Got to imagine here right now, we can feel it high above courtside. The humidity here inside the Grutch continues to grow. Got to imagine that may be creating a little bit of a slick surface out on the playing floor. Remember, in high school, you don't get that halftime sweep or anybody going out there anytime a body hits the floor to squeegee the floor the way you would in college or the pros. Viola with the basketball and 10 seconds to shoot. Foul line dribble. The pull-up won't go. Encarnacion battles 3 for the rebound, and he comes out with it to keep Leominster in possession of the ball.
Dada needs help.
25 to shoot on the second, 30 on this possession. 2 minutes left in the fourth.
Moisten would have taken that shot in the first.
And you're right, he clutched down on it this time, Kate. Under 2 minutes to play in the fourth. 51-45 is Leominster's lead with the ball and 10 to shoot. Moisten gets a setup this time for 3. Long on the mark, ends up being a great pass to Acias. The follow-on shot taken clean out of his hands by Ayala. And Ayala's got it in transition from right to left. Kicks to De Leon, and it's picked by Viola.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Viola turns it up floor for Dada, draws the body contact. And Dada will not be able to finish at the rim, but Dada's got 2 shots coming from the line. 97 seconds left in regulation, 51-45 Leominster's lead, and Dada has 2 shots from the foul line.
Kutka picks up his second team limit for the Red Raiders. Dada back at the line.
And back and forth go the chance, student section to student section.
9 of 11 is Dada on the night. Make it 10 of 12.
As that one goes down, it makes it a 52-45 Leominster lead. 2 capacity student sections on hand here tonight, Bill Thomas, in a very big building.
I love it.
Dada's second will fall as well, 53-45. Timeout taken by Leominster. 1:37 to play in the fourth quarter. 53-45 Blue Devil lead.
Biggest lead of the night for the Blue Devils, I think, if my memory serves me right. And take a quick check on the scoreboard there, and Kate can expand on this, but Blue Devils will be shooting 2 the rest of the way, but that tough defense has been paying off for the Blue Devils on the other end, but they've been playing it clean. They've only been billed for 4 fouls in the second half. They got 2 to give, and they can be as aggressive as all get up here in this last minute and a half.
You're right, Bill Thomas. Halstead, the only Blue Devil anywhere near foul trouble with 3. But how about this, Bill Thomas? We talk game in and game out about what a difference maker free throws can be. And sometimes, you know, to the layperson, it might seem like a superfluous stat. Like, oh, you know, yeah, it's a freebie, but does it really make a difference? In this game, Dada, of his scoring, 11 of 13 by Justin Dada alone from the line. That's a difference maker in this game. Fitchburg would be ahead had he not been able to do that right now with 1:37 remaining in the game.
And even if he only goes 500 from the line, which is good for a high school level, 500, 50, 60%, it would be a much closer game for Fitchburg, but they're really looking at a deficit all Dada's making.
11 of his 23 points have been from the line.
And back down the floor come the Red Raiders out of the timeout. 1:28 to play in the fourth. Red Raider ball, half court to the left. Kutka handles. He'll drop it for Caputi. And then feed De Leon. Loose dribble there, but De Leon keeps it working on Dada. Now De Leon drives foul line. Lost possession, but ran into Acias, who was crossing as a second defender, working on Ayala. Did not have the court awareness, and that foul will go against Acias.
It's all right. Nothing wrong with a nice double right there.
And it's a foul on the floor, and only the 5th against Leominster in the second half.
Exactly right, Todd.
No harm, no foul.
Burn more clock here.
Wait a minute.
The inbound Kutka has that one tapped out of play. Fitchburg will keep the ball. 1:14 to play here in the fourth quarter, 53-45. Administrators from both schools positioning themselves with those student sections. Same as we saw the other night.
It's a long 5, friends.
Oh, my
Kutka
God.
floats up top, finds Rodriguez. And the clock starts to tick. 1:10 to play in the fourth. The foul line jumper won't go for Rodriguez, and the rebound is down for Acias. Cross court, you find Moisen.
It's all about clock right now. You don't need to score. You need to chew up 17 seconds here. take whatever you get.
51 seconds left here in regulation. 11 to shoot.
There you
Dada's
go.
drive. Lay-in is good. Leominster's lead is 10 at 55-45.
When you get a
25.
weak side drive, I guess you don't have any choice but to shoot.
Kutka kicks back for Ayala. Half court to the left. Drive the left side. And he gets knocked down in the progress of the shot. And so to the line goes Ayala.
So the Blue Devils have quietly expanded this lead here in the last 4 minutes. Opened up a 10-point lead.
And some of the Red Raider faithful have begun their walk to the exit with a Leominster 10-point
And
lead.
the Blue Devils are letting them know, waving bye-bye.
Credit to both crowds, though. They've been excellent, playing off of each other all night long.
The first one will not go for Ayala.
I tell you, I missed over the last 2 years the youthful exuberance that the students bring to these games. And it's great to see him back out in full force.
Ayala at the line with the ball in his hands. 35.5 seconds left here in the fourth. Ayala's second will not go either as Moisen comes down with the rebound.
You know, and you can do a dissection of missed free throws on the other end, Kate, but I'm sure it's really hurt the Red Raiders tonight.
Rodriguez will give the foul. Leominster will shoot 2 as Dada will go to the line. 30 6/10 left here in the fourth quarter of 55-45 Leominster lead.
Bill Thomas, that would be 6 of 11 are the Red Raiders.
Dada's first of a mandatory 2 does not go down.
Not supposed to do that.
As the Red Raider student section now gets signaled
Clearing out.
to head toward the exit by the administration. Second one will go for Dada, 56-45. The inbound. This is Kutka. He'll press the basketball into the front court. Kutka. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the spin into the lane. Shot short off the front rim, tipped. It will stay with Fitchburg. There is about a half-second differential shot clock to game clock. That shot clock should be off, Bill Thomas.
Yeah.
You're wondering about that too, huh?
17 8/10 seconds and 18 to shoot means there is no shot clock.
There it
It is now taken off as the ball goes out of play.
I'd like to see him move the end of the quarter clock to the shot clock, though, so the players can have a better visual, Todd and Kate. I'm sure the technology's there.
Oh, it certainly is.
I'd get confused.
The inbound. Dada will bring it up floor just to dribble this one out. Half court to the right. Moisen for Viola. And Viola will just dribble around to dribble it out.
Everybody's
As the
playing
Red
nice.
Raiders,
Don't shoot it. Don't do it.
that shot will go down. Asias will dunk a basket that will not count.
But we'll take it.
56-45, Leominster with the win. And the Leominster student section will rush the court to celebrate. A 10-2 team who was higher ranked does not rush a visiting court.
Nope.
Youthful exuberance by the students. They've missed this for 2 years. We got to cut them a little bit of a break.
I can
No.
certainly
Not
appreciate
one.
that point, Bill Thomas, but a
No.
10-2 team that was higher ranked does not rush the floor of a visiting team. Does not work that way
Nope.
when you're on the road.
Nope.
56-45, Leominster wins this one in what was an exciting basketball game. Quarter one, very close, dominated by Leominster. 3-point baskets. Come back second quarter. Red Raiders battle back into the game, and they silence Leominster's offense to lead at halftime. Third quarter, Red Raiders still managed to hold some dominance, but Leominster crept back into the lead by the end of that third quarter, and Leominster's able to close it out in the fourth, somehow getting themselves to an 11-point victory, a 56-45 Leominster win here tonight.
If you had told me before the game started that Leominster was going to have a 3-point quarter and somehow survive to find the way to the win, I'd send you for a checkup. But somehow they did. They made the adjustments at halftime. Let's give a lot of credit to the coaching staff of the Leominster Blue Devils. Saw some adjustments there in the third quarter. Changed up the defense, got more aggressive, and then started working the weak side offense and dribbling to the basket off of the catch. The catch and dribble, I think, really changed things around instead of that perimeter passing that they got stuck into the second quarter. Really changed the offensive flow for the Blue Devils in the second half. Put the ball on the floor, take that step to the basket. Once you've got the defense around you, step out of it, step through it, look for the open man, find a way to get to the basket.
Everyone heads to the exit here at the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse tonight. Leominster picks up the 56-45 win and completes the regular season sweep of the arch rival to improve their record to 11-2. Fitchburg will fall to 7-8 in this 2021-2022 season. We're just getting started here on the K-Zone and here on RFM as well. We thank you so very much for being a part of this one. If you're joining us on Leominster TV in delay, thank Bradley Bedard coming here to the Fieldhouse tonight, bringing you the great pictures tonight in delay on your Comcast and Verizon systems. For Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. So long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV. For those of you continuing along with us on the K-Zone Game of the Week and here on RFM tonight, we want to thank the great folks at Fitchburg Access Television for providing the great pictures here this evening in pool coverage tonight. Brought us some beautiful, beautiful imagery from here inside the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg. Once again, want to thank the folks at FATV, led by their executive director, Nate Glennie, Travis Falk, their operations manager. Great job tonight. Thank them all so very much, along with the great volunteers bringing you the pictures here inside the Grudge tonight. We're continuing on. Post-game coming up here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. The Game of the Week is brought to you by Game On Sports and Performance Center, where the game is always on. It's Game On Fitchburg. Call 978-956-4111 or online at GameOnFitchburg.com to book your sports getaway today at Game On Sports and Performance Center. Post-game coming up next. 56-45 Leominster a win over Fitchburg tonight in Fitchburg. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on WPKZ.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.